As you guys may know, I am not a tech review channel, but today I wanted to do something for you guys because I understand that a lot of you guys have been asking, John, what type of camera do you shoot on? John, what type of camera or equipment do you recommend? And I wanted to create a video for the newest camera that I just got into my arsenal. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. Now, of course, this is empty, right? Because I'm shooting on the 4K Blackmagic camera right now. So the video quality that you guys are seeing is from this brand new camera, which is a Pocket Cinema, which essentially is a camera that can compete with the $20,000 Red cameras that are out in the market. Now, some of you tech people are gonna say, nah, there's no way that $1,300 camera can compete with a $20,000 one, you fucking poor man. Like, this is a poor man's camera, right? I'm not a freaking bajillionaire, right? Oh no, I haven't had a need to buy a $20,000 camera because I'm not making movies, I'm making YouTube videos. But what I wanted to really discuss with you guys is what type of camera you may be interested or you should probably consider as you're actually building up your brand and as you're growing the content and everything else that you're doing with your business or with your own self, right? I realize that a lot of you guys are also looking to get into YouTube, or maybe your brand is also looking to get into YouTube. So I just wanted to share what I've learned over the years of shooting YouTube videos, but also shooting projects during my cinema classes that I had during college. You know, we shot with really expensive ones. I was also part of the YouTube Next Up program where we shot with Canon C300s, you know, setups that were like $30,000, $50,000 setups. So I've been able to see the difference between, you know, very cheap cameras to very high-end cameras. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a very brief rundown and kind of educate you guys a little bit more about which cameras might work best for you. And so I guess I'll start off with the G7X. This is the original OG camera I used to use back in the day. So you guys remember, if you guys have been around the channel long enough, there were some videos out there where I was blinking like 1,000 times like this, right? Like literally like this. This was the camera that made it possible. You see this little screen right here? The camera was far away, so I had to try to look at myself. So my eyes got very dry, so I had to blink a lot. And yeah, so let's call this the Canon G7 Blink-A-Lot X. And this camera is really good when it comes to, if you had a battery in it, battery's kind of dead. But this camera is amazing. The camera battery, the camera life battery really sucks. So these camera batteries last about 20 minutes to 30 minutes of, no, maybe 20 minutes if you're recording, but it takes amazing photos. So if you guys are just looking to take a little bit of B-roll for the brands that you guys are creating, and you're looking to take really good photos, this camera is a great starting camera. These cameras run at about, this model particular, I think it's about $300, maybe $500 right now. And I think the little, the upgraded one, the newest version of this is about $700 to $800. Great little cameras. You could put it into your pocket. You could put it inside your boob, inside the side boob. Carry this wherever you go. All right, and G7X, great starter camera. So I started the channel with this camera, all right? So it has pretty good audio too. And that's something else that you guys need to know, is that every camera has its pros and cons, right? But so once I kind of built up the channel, I decided, you know what? Let me move into a DSLR, right? Because everybody talks about DSLRs. Casey Neistat, what, you know, like one of the craziest YouTube searches is, what camera does Casey Neistat use? And he started off with like 60Ds and all these other DSLR cameras. So I decided to get a 60D camera, and you can get a Canon 60D camera right now on the market for about $200 to $300 used. It has the flip out screen with a reversible side too, which is a big plus when you're creating YouTube videos or you're creating any videos that you need to see the front of. So you could do something like that, right? Yes, great starter camera, great for pictures, but I wouldn't recommend the 60D for video because it doesn't have a good autofocus. It allows you, it has decent focus, but when you're actually creating videos, it doesn't autofocus. So it's a great camera for photography. So if you guys are looking to photograph your brand, this is a great starter camera. And best of all is that the lenses that you guys are using, you guys could always upgrade and use on newer models if you decide to upgrade on regular DSLR. So there's a 60D, there's a 70D, and there's the 80D. And that's kind of all in the range of the similar range, which is a micro four thirds sensor.
APS-C.
Micro four thirds?
No,
oh, APS-C 4/3?
Those are APS-C sensors.
You see, my brother's correcting me. This is an APS-C sensor. It's as much as I know about cameras. No, so what this means is the sensors are kind of small, tech related. What you guys care about is the size of the sensor. The bigger the sensor, the more expensive the camera is going to be. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, I got that right. All right, cool. So the bigger the sensor, the more expensive it's going to be. So the 60D, 70D, 80D all run along the same lines of sensors. And then, you know what happened one day is I got selected to the YouTube Next Up program. And here we were being chauffeured in Uber Blacks. Literally, they paid for our entire trip as we went out to YouTube Next Up, and they paid for equipment. So they literally gave us a $2,000 budget, a voucher for $2,000, and I decided to splurge on myself. And I got this EOS Canon 6D Mark II. Now the 6D Mark II is a full frame sensor, and that's a legit full-size sensor. My brother said I got it right. Yep. So a full-size frame sensor, essentially what this means is it allows you to capture, it takes advantage of the entire sensor. So like there's like a sensor size to full frame. It allows you to come in with much better lighting, much better dynamic range. It just allows you to do much more beautiful things, which is an amazing camera for photography. All right, I would say this camera is a top-notch photography camera. When it comes to video though, you're still not taking full advantage of that sensor. All right, so this is an amazing camera for photography. It's an amazing camera for video though, because now all my latest videos from 2019 moving forward have all been shot on this. And the difference between this and this is crazy different. And what's also important is the lens that you use. So the lens that you use is gonna be key. So this camera right here, when I got it, cost $1,600, and then actually it was $1,850, but I managed to negotiate it down a bit, so I got it for $1,600. Always make sure you negotiate. You guys are in business. You're supposed to negotiate prices. You don't just pay retail. But if you guys are paying retail for stuff, what have I been showing you? All right, no, seriously, you got to negotiate everything that you guys get. So I called the dude up and I said, look, I found it for $1,600. Price match this shit so I can get it to my house next week. And the dude said, all right, let's do it. So yes, that's how you do business. Because they want to get rid of these cameras anyways. It's not like they're just going to let it sit on the shelf. So with that price difference, I was able to get a better lens. So this lens right here is about a $500 lens. And the lenses is what really makes the quality of your video or your photo really shine, right? So you could put some very expensive lenses on this camera and it'll make the quality of what you're shooting like 100 times better, right? And to the normal consumer, it may not be that much different, but to people that are making videos or photos, they'll be like, oh shit, what type of setup do you got? You know, so never ask somebody, what type of camera are you shooting on? It's always, you know, what type of setup do you have? Because then you can understand how much money went into that setup. So with that being said, guys, those were the 3 cameras I started my channel with. Started from here, moved on to 60D, and then I had this for a good 8 months or so. And then one day, me and my brother, well, actually, I came up with this idea that I was shooting while I was out in Costa Rica, and I wanted to. One of my goals this year was to shoot my first documentary. I wanted to shoot a video that I would put in through festivals, launch on Netflix, and really just put out my first piece of work. And of course, my brother's the genius and the madman behind it. And I said, Caesar, what type of camera should we look into if we want to actually launch this documentary? And that's when he said, we need to get this Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. And I said, okay, well, is it going to cost 4K? Like, how much is it? And then he said, no, this thing is $1,300. I said, $1,300? This thing cost me $2,000 with the lens. This is a $1,300 film camera. Now, for you guys watching right now, if you're still sticking around to this video, there is a major difference between a film camera and a DSLR. And this was something that I didn't really understand until I went to the YouTube Next Up training. So let me school you guys a little bit on what I learned. All right, this is school time. This is film camera school time. Now, a lot of you film techies are probably gonna correct me on a lot of the shit that I say, but look, this is what I learned, and this is what I want you guys to know, is that when you're shooting with the DSLR, if you're shooting video with the DSLR, you're not taking advantage of everything that's available with a camera, all right? There's hacks to these Canons. They're called like a magic lantern, and they help you try to like hack into the software, so it kind of breaks into the, you're kind of hacking into the camera to kind of bring some of the settings out that are available but aren't available, if that makes any sense. You essentially void your warranty, and it's a potential that it'll crash and not work, right? So that's a risk that you run when you do that. And at the end of the day, it's still not shooting like a film camera. Now, I guess I shouldn't call it a film camera because I don't have real film, a cinema camera. So the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K is a $1,300 camera, guys, and it legit does the things that a $10,000 camera would do. And that's legit $10,000 camera would do. Seriously, my brother is behind there. He tested it. He looked at everything. I've shot with different cameras, the C300s and everything else. And this camera is doing work that is very similar to what we were using at YouTube Next Up. You know, the YouTube company that has $1 billion budget, you know. This camera is competing with the cameras that we shot with that week. And overall, it's a game changer for the video industry and the people that want to make videos. But I would say the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K is not very beginner friendly. I wouldn't say it's something that if you're watching this video and you're just kind of interested in getting into cameras, this would be a camera that you invest in to do video, right? 100% video. Don't try to use it as a camera where you could take video and photos, because that's not gonna work. This is all for video, so if you wanna do high-end videos and you wanna get your projects onto Netflix or just bump up the quality for your YouTube or for your marketing campaigns, the Pocket Cinema 4K is an amazing camera. But if you guys wanna have a good versatile camera in terms of shooting photos and videos, then that's where the Canon 60 Mark II or something like it comes into play. This is an amazing camera that you could do amazing photography with. You could shoot in RAW in terms of photos, and you also have an amazing video quality. So these are a plus. This is a very versatile camera that you can use for your brand for many, many years, all right? This camera, the 60D, is still in the market and people are still using it. This camera, the 60 Mark II, I can see myself using it for many years unless somebody breaks it. I could see it being around my life for like a good 10 years before I replace it. So when it comes to the Pocket Cinema 4K, it's an amazing camera and it has amazing features and ability to shoot in RAW, 10-bit, 12-bit. It allows you to put in multiple types of SD cards, from regular SD cards to computer hard drives. Right? So like you can legit hook up a computer hard drive to this thing and record directly to a computer hard drive. And I think the next upgrade, they're gonna allow you to carry this big ass Mac monitors. You'll be able to stick a Mac monitor at the top of your camera, and you are now ready to take advantage of Apple's crisp screens. All right, so it's that legit, guys. This camera is changing the game, and I highly encourage that you guys check it out if you're looking for videos, to shoot real good videos. But if not, guys, this is where you can go. And if you're on a budget, just look for one of these on the resale market. This is a great video camera. It's a great little video vlogging camera, and it's a great photography camera for your brand, for your business, for your own life. Wherever you guys are at in life, don't let the price range of $13,000, $2,000, or $3,500 or $700, bring you back. Just go get something for $200 and start shooting. All right, everything comes with practice. And I just wanted to let you guys know the journey of my camera making and my camera buying, right? And now that I got this Pocket Cinema 4K, the future of what we're going to be doing with the channel, and also with some of the content that we'll be shooting, and a lot of the marketing materials that you'll see coming out will be coming from this camera, because we'll be taking full advantage of everything that it has. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was very you know, just very raw. It was just from the bottom of my heart what I thought you guys needed to know if you're in the market for getting a camera. And if you guys enjoyed this types of video and you would like me to review the other equipment such as computers or hard drives or anything else that's related to starting up a brand new business, just comment down below and let me know what you think I should review, because I've bought an equipment over the years, from MacBooks to printers to like everything that you could imagine, and I've been able to find pretty good mediums for entrepreneurs that are on a shoestring budget but still want amazing quality. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and more importantly, check out the latest videos that we're going to be shooting with the Pocket Cinema 4K by hitting the notification bell. All right, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.